Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and in this video I'd like to give you a guide for Trial of Odin EX2 battle, but I have to mention that this is not a proper guide, but more of a Sephiroth guide, which is not ideal at all since you need physical Earth DPS and Seph is a magic Earth DPS. And the only way it works is if you have enough DPS to finish Odin before he finishes you. And I have heard Odin is easy with OB6 half-year anniversary Tifa, and you don't need very high stats with it. But with Yuffie you need her weapon at least at OB10, and you also need her overspeed nodes unlocked and possibly half-year anniversary gear or her exploit weakness weapon. But I didn't pull on Tifa banner and I am not going to invest into Yuffie either, so I don't have a physical Earth DPS at all. So I can't make a proper guide for Odin, but I have beat OB2 with the same team I have done escalation Odin up to level 18, and I think EX2 Odin has either the same stats as level 18 Odin, or rather at least the battle goes the same. So for a proper guide with a physical Earth DPS you have to watch one of many guides made by other people on YouTube, but I'm sorry, it's all I am able to do here, so this is more of a guide for Sephiroth mains who are crazy like me. The way this battle works is you have to deplete Earth Gauge before Odin's countdown reaches 1, but you also don't want to do it too quickly because Odin will permanently buff his physical attack. And with Sephiroth it is impossible, so at the end of the countdown Odin will start charging his greater Zantetsuken, which will insta-kill your team. So the only way to win is to have inflicted enough damage throughout the battle to kill Odin first. And the way my team works is Aerith is buffing Sephiroth's magic attack, but also has Breach and Bravery on for Cloud, and she will be targeted by Odin's single target charge attack, so Seph and Cloud can continue doing DPS while she is temporarily out of the fight. And Cloud also has Mystic Sword to debuff physical attack, but if you have it at OB6 or higher, he'll be able to debuff attack with high potency, so you'll be able to have lower physical defense. But Cloud also has Baja Sword for DPS and Earth Materia, and Sephiroth will be doing most of the damage here. And I have unlocked most of Sephiroth's overspeed nodes, but I know this is not a very accessible guide, and I'm sorry for that, as I always try to make more accessible guides if I am able to, but in this case I am just unable to do so as I don't have any other alternatives. Aerith has Bahamut outfit with Breath of the Earth, but you could use any limit break or summon, Baharut for PDF buff and heals, Crimson Staff to buff Sephiroth, Jubilation, Breach and Bravery Materia for Cloud, and a single target Cura. And then in sub-equipment slots Aerith has Terra Rods for HP and 2 guild weapons with physical defense for allies, and also this one has wind resistance on it. And Aerith has most overspeed nodes unlocked, and she also has the highest HP and PDF to ensure that she always gets targeted by Odin. Cloud has Bahamut outfit with Climb Hazard, Baja Sword for DPS and haste at the beginning, Mystic Sword to debuff attack, Buster, 2 physical attack stat sticks with Quake X, and in sub-equipment slots Cloud has a guild weapon with physical defense for allies, Twinkling Star or any other weapon with HP and physical ability potency, and Angel's Odin Sword with physical defense and attack for allies to boost Sephiroth a bit. Sephiroth has Odin outfit with Titan, Bramble Spine for DPS, Odin Sword with exploit weakness, Genji, 2 offensive stat sticks to boost magic attack and Quake X, and then sub-equipment slots Titan summon weapon with wind resistance, Razor Ring with earth resistance, and Protector's Blade with magic ability potency. So, more Odin Crisis, and here the opening is the same, so debuff physical attack, buff your physical defense, and with Sephiroth you can do either exploit weakness or debuff earth resistance, and I think earth resistance is better, because in a moment you'll be breaking sigils with Quake Materia, so both will be doing a little bit more damage here. But yeah, my Sephiroth barely survives that, but it's fine. But with Aerith, just watch that sword, and as you see him swinging, then do one attack to buff Sephiroth. But here just breaks the jaws. It will be close, but it is very consistent because Cloud is getting that haste, and even without it, it still would be fine. Just one more with Seph. And now heal, so you can do exploit weakness and anything that requires 50% HP. So Baja Swords, exploit weakness, everything really. But here you can save AB, but I'm just going to do Breach and Bravery on Cloud, because we'll not be dying anytime soon, or at risk of dying, and at least I'll get that tiny DPS boost here. But also make sure that now you are getting all buffs and debuffs, so Sephiroth has Genji buffs now, and I am just preparing to do this. And if you have Overspeed 3 unlocked on those levels, I definitely recommend activating Overspeed to do a tiny bit more damage with the Titan Summon and Limit Break, because it also boosts everything, not just C ability damage but also Summon and Limit Break. And here is the only time where I could break this gauge, if I really wanted to. Just Breach Materia and Sephiroth's Sans Player, but the issue is it's way too early in the countdown. And later on, his Earth gauge, it just fills up too fast, and I am not able to do it with magic damage. But with Earth DPS, you should have no problem to do so, to break it. Alright, now comes that single target charge attack, and here you just want to make sure that Aerith has the highest HP. So if you see any other character having less HP, you don't really have to heal them, but with Aerith you just want to have the highest HP so she gets targeted, and then she can heal herself, and just so she doesn't sit on full AB. Because here you want to immediately heal so she gets locked out of the battle, because he will target the character with the highest HP again, but ideally it's Aerith, so you can continue doing DPS here. And it's alright. 2, so ideally at this point you want to deplete that gauge, if possible. Alright, Cloud has Bravery again, but it's really just try to make sure that you have buffs and debuffs applied. Alright, it's Aerith again. But don't worry. This attack also doesn't really hurt. But really at this point you wanted to have the gauge depleted. Because just after this, now he will start charging his final attack that requires Zantetsuken. So now it's too late to break the gauge. And if you see that Galahorn warning, this attack is going to wipe your team. So now you have only a very limited time to kill it. So with Sephiroth, maybe one more attack? I don't know. No, I'm not going to risk it. Perhaps that Quaker would have connected or not. But as I said, I'm sorry, this is not a proper guide. But it's all I can do. So perhaps some of you, even one, might find it helpful as a Sephiroth main. But ideally you want to have here Tifa or Yuffie if you like the character and you have pulled on some banners. But otherwise it is a very hard battle. But it is doable. but you just have, like, Sephiroth has to have some good weapons, overspeed not unlocked, because this is all a DPS race at this point, because you will get hit by that greater Zantetsuken, because it is impossible to break that gauge, which is crucial. So that's why it's just brute forcing it. But without Earth DPS, it is not possible to do so otherwise. But yeah, that would be it. So I really hope some of you found this helpful, and I'm sorry, like I said, I can't do anything different or more for this battle. This is just what I have personally done, what's worked for me, so all I can do is share it with you, but there's nothing more I can do. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next one.